Hey guys, welcome back. Stop, Talk, and Roll, episode 230. We break down some jiu-jitsu rounds today. We have Magro, David himself, Magro, in the house. Thanks for training with us, buddy. We got Vanessa here. Did the round start? And Vanessa's visiting, so good to have you, Vanessa. And there we go. So Vanessa looking to do some little inversions here. I'm always blanking out if this is backside 50-50 or backside reap. This would be, I believe, backside 50-50, because if Magro goes to turn his hip over this way, you would end up in 50-50. So this is backside 50-50. This is a great position to be in. So the number one thing you want to be looking for when you're attacking leg locks is to make sure that their knee remains inside the knee line. I like to call it a knee plane, but basically what the knee line is the space from, this is kind of, let me see if we can get a slightly different, let me just, as you're just sitting up. So the way the knee line works, it's just, that wasn't a good like spot for it. It was, you know, you guys are both, or you're wearing black spat, or you're both wearing all black. I'm trying to find, okay, actually this works fine. So the knee line is the space which from it's the line that your knees make, but it runs up to your hips. Okay. And I like to think of it kind of like a plane. All right. Their knee needs to be above the knee line. Okay. Or the knee plane. So, when you get inverted, it can get kind of weird. Like if you're just sitting down like this, obviously their knee is like popping through the knee line. But as you guys get inverted and get into this backside 50-50, it changes a little bit, okay? So what you want here is actually for you to extend this bottom leg and capture it in front of his knee. Vanessa, what you want to do is get your thigh in front of his knee, okay? This side leg, in front of his knee. And so his knee would be like over here. That is where you want his knee to be effectively threatening him. And you want to use your bottom side hand to elevate his foot up here. And that's where you're going to be getting the most threatening heel hooks going on. Magro, for defense, you want to get your knee through the knee line or the knee plane, which is exactly what's happening here. So like your knee's through here. That could be dangerous, that toe hold. But unless you get your hips over his knee, it's not a huge threat. Looks like you're able to. It looks like you turn that into a knee bar. Let's see. Yeah. So for you to have been able to do that, your hips have to be over. And you can think of it like that too. For you to hit a knee bar, your hips need to be behind his knee too. So if you want to think of it that way, that works as well. So nice job with that. Okay, let's see. Playing some De La Hiva, smash through. I don't know what's up with the lighting. Must be the video camera. I'm looking at getting a new camera soon. I have the week off while I'm recording this, so lots of stuff. Hope you guys like the new banner. Let me know what you think about it. I know Magro likes his darces. Vanessa is aware. Oh, but nice job. That's a really cool situation. So that you've created for yourself, Magro. So you know, obviously, I think everybody that trains with you consistently knows you like your darces, which he's setting up right here. And Vanessa knows that. So she's being very wary, kind of playing off of you a little bit. And this is really cool. You take that opportunity because she's defending the darce so heavily to pass her guard, which is an interesting situation. Like that's going to be unique to you or anyone out there that has a move that they like to do a lot. And this was my story for years with my reverse triangle. Guys were very wary to play side control on me. And because of that, I got really proficient at escaping side control, because people would either get caught in my reverse triangle if they weren't like perfect side control, or they would back up and let me defend. And it was kind of like training wheels for escaping side control. So that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool situation that you have there. So you're able to get over, get to mount. You need to get below the elbows right now. That would be my first goal, because this could be pretty easy, yeah, for Vanessa to escape. And what I mean by that, guys, if you're unaware, because of the way that Dave mounted here, Vanessa's elbows are underneath or in between her body and Dave's legs. This makes mount very difficult to hold. Okay. Now, while like, you know, if you're playing points, Dave just got points. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to take mount. It's kind of like, unless Dave gets these elbows out, it's kind of like a pseudo mount, right? Like I'm not like upset at him as a coach, you know, as one of my athletes, like can't hold mount like this. Like, no, it's hard to hold mount like this. You need to clear the elbows. I would say your main objective right now is to be clearing elbows. I would even say before you even take mount, you should be clearing the elbows before you get to mount, so you don't have to deal with this while in mount, because that can be hard. It can be hard to be stable because you can see Vanessa does this perfectly. She turns to the side, clears space. Look at all this space you could see it's getting created right there. You can see, look at all this daylight. That might not look like much to somebody that hasn't been training much, but that's a lot. That's a lot of space. And Magro's not doing anything wrong in this moment, right? Like, it's hard to close that space down if you don't get below the elbow. So I would say back here, Magro, I would look at, so you see how her elbow's inside your hip right now? As you go, oh, I haven't done this in a while. Is it E? Yeah. Oh my God, it's been a minute since I've done that. As you go to take mount, right, that elbow just tracks right into your hip and then down to the floor. And you can even still see there's space. Right there's right there. Let me go back just a hair. Oh my God, I suck. So like you can see right there, you can see light. And again, that might not seem like much, but that matters. Okay. So clear the elbows before you get to that point. And Vanessa, great job. Nice escape using that. Push away, hip in, boom, knee to elbow. And Magro, nice job getting off to the side, trying to get back to side control, but you end up back in, looks like a batterfly. Okay, close guard. Let's see, Vanessa, I saw do the big man sweep a couple times. Nice, nice, very nice. So you put all of your weight, you can tell, into her hips for like half a second. And Vanessa, this is so nice. I've taught this before, but Vanessa, this is like the perfect angle to see this. So what Vanessa does, okay, so what Vanessa is going to do. So essentially, Magro does a good job. His arms aren't locked out, but they are supporting all of his weight right now. So you could see he's making a slight adjustment. So his legs are basically weightless and his arms are supporting all of his weight. At the same time, this is beautifully executed by Vanessa. What she does is she's turning her hips into Magro's hands to create a ton of pressure and rotating at the same time. So you have this like straight connection with the hands. All of a sudden you have like wrist lock. It's not a wrist lock. It's not going to tap you out, but it's that kind of pressure on your hands and the body shifting and all your weight's there. So there's no base anymore. Vanessa's just taking the base away. As you can see, look, she grabs the hand, puts her hips up right there, and Magro has to move his hands because he has wrist lock pressure, right? So he goes to put it on the floor, and at the same time, Vanessa turns and comes up. Oh, and she's holding the other arm. Nice. Very nice. Beautiful sweep. Magro, just check your timing on that and try to get ready to base out. And just be aware of that situation. Looking for... I get some frames right now. Climbing up. Nice and low. There's no way. I shouldn't say there's no way. It should be very difficult for this escape to work if Vanessa keeps her head down. This is a bad situation to be in for Magro. Looks like there's a head and arm choke coming in. Or attempt anyways. Nice cross face pressure. Going to a shin mount. Good control. These little subtle things with Vanessa at her foot make all the difference between losing mount and keeping mount. Nice job getting that over. Got a head and arm choke. I like the downward pressure. Vanessa was telling me after class we were talking. I got her in a head and arm choke. I got both these guys in head and arm chokes and wasn't able to finish them. Magro only had like 10 seconds, so I just couldn't lock it in correctly. But Vanessa I had in for a little bit and it was not working, and she was saying she has slightly different details. I do love this though. Nice. Take the back. Let's see, HBBH. Why am I not surprised? Vanessa trains at Henzo's in the city, so I'm not surprised her technique is solid. That was perfect. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Always be choking. Very, very nice. Magro's doing his best defending right here. Yeah, I mean, I would try to get grips. Yeah, there you go. Get a grip on both hands. Pry that down. Yep. So you get, yes. Nice job. Nice job. Very nice job, Magro. That was a bad situation. Let's back that up. So first of all, the head and arm choke switch to the back take. So this is getting really tight. Magro turns away or Vanessa forces the turn, either way. And we get in, what's it called? A figure four lock, right? So here, my critique here, Vanessa, would be don't throw your body back and try to whip him around. Keep your head heavy, keep his head heavy. And that's another way of raising your leg. There's like different ways that you can transfer your body weight to move your limbs, right? So one of them is to put all of your weight essentially over here, like on your head, and it'll make your opposite side limb light. Okay? Instead, you choose to sit back so this leg gets light. Now this ends up working because you use a lot of torque to spin him around. But look, if initially your hook is behind his leg, you're very flexible, so you can work with this, but without having to rely on that flexibility. Keep your head down here, right here. There's a lot of examples of HBBH being done well. In the episode I just recorded the other day, with Jamie and Gabriel. We had some guests from JiuJitsu in there. I talk about HBBH and refer to another episode. I'll put it in here too. But I actually teach some instruction on it in the middle of class. So it's like on there so you can see what I'm talking about. It's hip, butt cheek, hip. So you want to fall, instead of falling to your back like you are, you fall to your hip and you do this, butt, hip. Like you sit up, like you're doing it right, but you'll be able to get your hook in more effectively. And then this is great. I love just like the punching back and forth for the choke. I would aim your hand. Do you see, if you aim your hand here, which you're doing each time, you're aiming right past the neck, you're creating all of this space that you have to cover still. Instead of aiming for right here, aim here. Aim for their far shoulder, okay, or their far tricep. The reason being is, look, if I aim here, it's kind of weird to do it myself, I know, but if I aim here, I still have to make up all this distance. Whereas if I aim here, all I need to do now is bring my arm out. I don't have to bring my whole, I just have to move my hand across and I'm in the choke. I don't have to move. If I aim here, I still have to move my whole arm up into place. You see what I mean? So like if you look here, you see how you still have, I mean, you're doing it. It's not a bad thing. But if you aim initially, each time you're going to have to get higher and higher. If you aim initially for the shoulder, you only have to move your hands. You don't have to move as much. You know what I mean? It's like you're getting across the neck, but go even deeper. But good relentless pace. Love it. Magro, phenomenal defense. Way to get out of there. That was not a good situation. Watch the mirror. I think I just said watch the mirror. If you can avoid it, Vanessa, try not to play like off of your back. That should be something that they earn. I know you're having fun and like it's totally fine. I do it all the time. It's not like a big deal. But if you ever want to compete or anything, make them earn that. Make them earn putting your back on the mat because that makes. I mean, that's kind of a prerequisite for passing. They have to put you on the mat. Nice pass there. Let's see, what was that? So drive. Oh, it's the darce again. So the darce threat is opening up passing avenues. I love it. That's awesome. Vanessa, my recommendation would be to work on your darce defense and be more, not be as afraid of the darce. And especially with Magro, I mean, like, let him be the one that puts you in darces because this darce is really good. Like, if you could defend his, you're going to defend most people's, right? Like, I wouldn't even worry about, you know, if he taps you out or not. I don't know if that's going through your head or not, but usually when I have somebody that's really good at something, I like to put myself into that position a million times with them because if I can defend against them, I could defend against people that don't do it as often. Usually that's how that works. All right. Well, great job. Thank you. I wanted to do this during the episode because I don't know how many people actually stick around, but please like and subscribe. I get these episodes out every morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Saturday. I'd love to have you on the show. So check out the description below. I revamped the channel a little bit. I've been working on it the week of Christmas holiday. So hopefully it's a little bit easier to get in touch with me. And have a lovely day. Happy New Year and ciao.